Yeah, I can hear myself. Let's mute myself. I don't want to hear myself twice. Let's mic up. Boom. That means the weekly live evaluation. And this time is a little bit special because we are doing the Christmas calendar. One episode each day up until Christmas Eve to really push myself, to make myself grow, to throw out some inspiration to you guys and do it on a daily basis. I don't know if the Christmas calendar is a Swedish thing or not, but at least here in Sweden, when we were growing up, we had this calendar, and each day we kind of got a present, or there's this TV show that runs. So every morning there's a new episode, and it's super cozy and just builds up to Christmas Eve. And hey, since I love Christmas, let's do this my way, and that's what I'm doing. But before getting into any details, of course, we need to light the candle. What would a Christmas live stream would be without a freaking candle lit? Oh yes, oh yes. And of course, I have my green tea ready. There wouldn't be a live stream without some tea. That's just out of the question. Cool, so today, this stream right now, I thought I'd walk through the week in a very comprehensive way, look at the 5 challenges I've been doing, just extract some of the main learnings from each of these little things I've done. And if you're new to this, let me just briefly explain what this Christmas calendar is all about. The title is Not Caring What People Think of Me, and it's the mantra that kind of been the red thread throughout this whole YouTube channel. It's about putting your real authentic self out there. It's about daring to do the things that you have the urge to do, that you know is what you should do, but you are limited by your own fears. But your fears, they originate from other people's opinions, at least when it comes to these things in the social context. When we don't dare to speak up, when we don't dare to do things in public or even in the online atmosphere, but it will be displayed publicly, we don't dare to do that because we fear other people's opinions. We fear to be perhaps not liked, or that what we do is not good enough in our own terms. Maybe we're perfectionists, and we have high standards on ourselves, and I can absolutely attribute to that, sign on that. But that again comes to other people's opinions of us. If I'm not living up to my own standards, other people will see this and by that judge me and think I'm a bad person. At least that's how things, that's the thoughts I'm having in my head. If I really dig down and dissecate what's going on, because one thing I realized throughout my personal development journey is that so much of our thoughts and the stories we tell ourselves, they're just, well, they're not, we build up these stories that aren't really true, but also we exaggerate them. But actually so many of the stories are so far down, layer upon layer. We have these things that are excuses, but in the end, when we really get down to the core, it could be something that's been bugging us for years or since our childhood, and it's the root cause to all these things that are controlling us. But hey, let's not get too deep into that. Let's instead dig into the week and what's been going on, and see if we can extract some knowledge out of these happenings. And if you have any inputs, comments, questions, whatever, just throw them in there and we'll see if I can take them on a volley or not. And so the first little quest I set out on was this thing of wait, let me just check my. It was yeah, it was the lying down on the street challenge, and boy, was that that was fucking weird. Sorry for cursing, but that was something. And I mean, laying down on the street. I'm not gonna talk about that for too long, but that was just super weird. And I've always looked kind of. It's a thing. It's a lot of people that do that, and I've never really got the idea of doing it, or I've distanced myself from doing it because I really feared it. But I thought, hey, why not? Let's freaking do this, because this is about not caring what people think of us, and that was truly what I had to do in order to go there and just lay down there on the street. I mean, I didn't do it for long. It was like maybe 30 seconds, not even that. But goddamn, did it feel weird. Like, especially, it wasn't even that many people out there, so I really felt the burning looks. So I had to like tell myself, oh, this is about not caring. It really doesn't matter what these people think. This is a practice in applying that, learning how to stand in that fear, that judgment, and it's such a good practice to get used to that, because that is something that I learned through my small challenges that I've done regularly since over a year back. You get better and better to coping with these thoughts and emotions, but when you stop doing them, you easily go back to the normal state of not really liking it at all and having a hard time coping with it, and therefore avoiding all things that puts you in that situation. But anyways, that was a good lesson. I recommend you to do it just out of practice. I mean, you don't have to do it, but it is a good practice. Moving on, the second little challenge I had was Primal Me, and that one really created some emotions within. Let me first set the context. It was about voicing your natural primal sounds at the gym, not filtering your noises, moaning and stuff. Because when I really push myself to the limit at the gym, it's like, woo! It can really sound bad. And in the challenge, I didn't held back. Well, I didn't make these sounds like on purpose, but I just decided to really push myself to the freaking limit. And when I do that, these sounds comes automatically. And at the gym, sure, that felt quite weird. I was filming it, and yeah, you get a lot of looks, and it's weird. And I pulled through, I did it, and it was alright. I posted the video, and I didn't think much more about it. But then this guy Armando, which is a frequent commenter and a community follower, he's part of my YouTube channel. He likes the comments, and he's an awesome guy. He posted this comment like, okay, Alex, here's a test for you. I freaking hate these guys that moan at the gym. I've changed gym like several times just to get away from these freaking morons. And when I read that, like, it's like a knife twisting within me, because this guy Armando, I've come to really be fond of him. I like him. He's a really nice dude. We're having some nice conversations in the comments, and then like hearing him voicing this opinion, like directly telling me that, yeah, what you did is one of the things I hate the most. And as a people pleaser, I'm a people pleaser. I've been so my whole life. I'm trying to move away from that. But that, being confronted with that, there's one thing on the gym, I can actually shut down other people. I can just go into my own head and like, yeah, I don't care about people. But having that thrown in your face, boom, that is a totally different thing, and such a good practice for me. I love that he left that comment, because that really made me face what I've done and accept what I've done and question what I've done. Because at first my natural instinct to reply around in this comment was to like say I was sorry and be apologetic and like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done it, and like going back to that caring about what people think state. And it just felt so freaking weird. I was ashamed. I was thinking, is everybody thinking this about me? Like I'm a freaking idiot mooning at the gym? But that process pushed me through this reflection, and it made me realize that this opinion really doesn't matter. I have to look at what my beliefs and values are. And of course, when I decide what my values and beliefs are, which are the things that should guide you in life, when I decide upon these things, I should do so by taking in the world norms, my own opinions on things and matters. I need to make my own. I have to make my own decision on what's right and what's not in life. That's how you build yourself and your moral code. You can't just take a law or another person's opinions and values. You have to create your own thing, because that is a reflection of you. That's your fingerprint that you put on the world. But that is also why you need to live those morals, codes and values and beliefs. That is when you really show who you are. And it's so important to stand for what you believe in. And what I was gonna come down to in the end of this video, but man, I'm thinking maybe I'm just gonna drag this out for too long. When you stop caring about people and instead only take actions that aligns with your values, beliefs and goals, when you decide that that is the right thing to do, everything else becomes so freaking easy. It's not hard to do these things. Okay, some things will always be hard, but the resistance is just uncomparably much lesser. It's just so easy to do these things when you just know that this is what I have to do. And an example of this perhaps is that the challenges I do now this week, I have the pressure from within to create this YouTube channel, because it's something that aligns with my values, beliefs, with my goals, what I believe in. I want to share this journey by sharing these actions, because it's actions I believe in, and it becomes a reflection of how I live my life, how I want to live my life. So when I have this thing, I know I have to do these things, one thing daily. The integrity part that I've said I'm going to do, then I'm going to do it. But I also know it's what I should be doing. It becomes so much easier if I just on random, without really motivating myself and having that reason clarified for myself, I perhaps would never have approached the girl which I did yesterday on the train, because I didn't have the focus. I didn't know what I wanted. But yesterday I knew that I wanted to do something that pushed me. I wanted to meet a girl, and it was so many factors aligning with how I want to live my life, how I want to express myself. And I had that focus, I had that level of awareness, and then I could execute. But if I just go on live life randomly, that won't happen in that intensified way, because I don't put myself in that situation, because I don't focus on that. Boy, this is getting sweaty here. And that, yeah, that was the kind of the reflection and learning from getting the comment that, hey, I hate people that moan in the gym, you did this. I replied with excuses, but then I had time to reflect upon it, and I could look at what I thought and believed. And I think at the gym, it's okay to make some noises. You shouldn't exaggerate it, but if you really want to push yourself, and that means making some noises once in a while, then go ahead. I think it's alright. I really do. And if not, maybe there should be quiet gyms for special people like you, Armando. I don't know. Don't take that privately. Yeah, so that was a great experience. Oh, so and just moving through the week very briefly. I don't want to get too lengthy, as I said. I did, yeah, I actually did a flirty thing on the third episode. I approached a girl, asked for her number. That was super. It was kind of awkward because I wasn't any smooth talker, but I did get a number. It was super fun, and I did text her in the week. I got a short reply, but I never texted her back. So I actually thought I was gonna text her right now, but I realized I'm using the phone to do the stream from. So I don't know how this should. I do have an extra phone lying around somewhere. Where? I could text her from this, but it's a different number. So I don't know if I should be doing that or not. Is it weird to all of a sudden use another number? Also, maybe I'm thinking I could just call her here live right now and ask for a fika or something on Sunday. I don't know. Do you think I should do that? Perhaps, perhaps not. I'm gonna walk through the week and then perhaps we'll see if I'll do something about it. But it was a good experience. I mean, approaching girls, it is something I've done before. P. Hilta, hey man, we got the friends over from Berlin. Nice having you here. I'm going through the week here, so yeah, real nice to have you here. But just to make a point on the approaching girl, the girl I approached at the middle of Drottninggatan, I stopped her. I talked to her, I approached her. It was a hard thing to do, but there it comes to show that practice makes it easier and easier. I mean, if you've been watching my channel, I've done a whole lot of approaches, and that meant I've lowered the barrier. It's not as hard for me anymore to approach girls and tell them they're cute, if that's what I'm thinking. And the what do you say, the next step for me is more to make the actual connection happen and make her like me. But I still find it very hard to do these approaches, but it's still what do you say, it's still hard, but it's getting easier and easier. So what I'm trying to get at is that it's so obvious that practice makes perfect. Doing things repetitively, that's how you should go about it. I had some moments or periods where I like intensively over during one day did a whole lot of approaches. Then maybe a few weeks went by and I did nothing. Then that meant I went back to the previous day. You need that small repetitive action to keep these things going. I mean, yourself, who you are, it's a fresh thing. It's like fruit. You're gonna freaking rot if you're just sitting indoors and you do nothing. I mean, I had these periods when I was studying and I was just alone studying, living in books for months, and after those periods I was like socially retarded. I could barely say hi to a person. I felt so stupid because I was handicapped because I had a previous state of myself where I could actually express myself clearly, but then since I hadn't been using these skills, talking to people, then I got more retarded again, and I decreased my skills. So it's so obvious that you have to go at it over and over again. And the thing is, it's a positive spiral because it becomes more and more fun. It's just fun when you practice and you can feel the difference. That is actually one of the major insights I've had these last weeks when I've been looking into the topic of self-love and expressing my true self, what I'm doing here, not caring what people think of me. Because for a while there, maybe still some part, or well, I define myself like an introvert. I still feel like an introvert. I'm just more loosely attached to it right now. But I said I was an introvert, but I used it as an excuse to not go out and meet people. It's like, yeah, I rather just sit at home, eat, and do my stuff alone because yeah, I'm an introvert. It's alright to not go out and socialize. It's just embracing who I am. I'm proud to be an introvert. I kind of use that mantra, and I think it's good to one sense that you're able to make decisions that are based on who you are and what kind of life you want to live. But then again, when I started to push myself in these social situations and contexts, and I got better and better, I realized that hey, I actually enjoy this more and more. This is fun. This is giving me energy. I still need to have my alone time to reflect and just do my own thing because that's when some of the magic happens. But when I started to be better at it, I find myself wanting to have more and more of these situations, wanting to practice these social skills because it's fun actually. And actually, yesterday I was at the Christmas dinner with my little brother there, and usually these situations, like we had another dinner of this like 6 months back, and that experience was like just awful. I hated it, and I just wanted to be, I just wanted to disappear when I was there. The same thing, context-wise, same people, dinner, that kind of, the context was exactly the same yesterday, but now all of a sudden I was like enjoying it like crazy because I just felt more secure. I spoke about my YouTube channel, things I like in a more confident way, embracing who I am and daring to say those things. And it's like, hey, this is how I want to live my life. This is so fun. So again, what I'm trying to get at is don't put yourself in this corner of being a certain person just because emotions that have been created in the past when you have been in these situations, maybe you didn't have the right tool or skills to live your true self in that context back then. Maybe if you're actually widening your view here, or dare to push yourself and grow into the situation a bit, you can actually experience some incredible stuff. Because what I've realized, it's a lot of realizations here lately. Meetings, connections, people, that's really what life is so much about. I mean, I'm trying to be not dependent on other people. I want to be my own unit. I can stand on my own feet no matter what happens. That's like the basic approach I have to life. But that doesn't mean I can't have other people close to me. That doesn't mean I can enjoy life and share it with other people, because that's when life freaking happens. The real holy freaking moments. Because I have this little habit of every day write up my top moments. And looking back at this journal, 9 out of 10 of my top moments of the day, they are all social interactions with other people. They are all happening together with other people. Laughter, sharing things, whatever. It's just, that's when life is life, the real life. It's just black and white when I can see my own experiences from my journaling and see that, yeah, this is really what makes me happy. This is really what brings that thing into my life. And so I don't even know where I started this thread, but people, they are important, and that's why it's important to be good at being good with people, even if you hate it, even if you dread it, because I really do that at times. I really do. And that's why the investment of growing yourself in the social sphere is gonna pay you back. What? It's gonna pay back big time. The return, poof. Where was I? Huggy Me. That was the 4th day. I approached 2 persons at the train station. I just bluntly asked them, hey guys, this was 2 train conductors, can I give you 2 a hug? Just want to spread some joy. And again, it felt really good. Comes back to the whole connection with people thing. I hugged to random people, wished them a good day. It was super awkward. It was 6 a.m. I mean, who the fuck do that? I did it, and I freaking love myself for doing so, because it just spiced up my day and made it. I have a moment there I will cherish. I think you should do that too, because for me, spreading joy, that's an important part of life, and it was a good thing. So that was a nice little thing, and that also proved to myself, but also wanted to prove to you guys that these small things, they don't have to take long. It took me 4 minutes to do that little thing, and then it was over. So I mean, a lot of the things we build up as a excuse to not do things is like, yeah, I don't have time. I don't have time to talk to a girl. I don't have time to socialize with people. But hey, it doesn't have to take time. And that excuse doesn't hold up. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Time isn't an issue, because 5 minutes, you got 5 minutes. I mean, you spend things not worth that much. You can easily take 5 minutes from whatever shitty thing you're doing and actually put it into some real personal development. Amen to that. Sorry, getting a bit excited here. Ooh, it's getting hot too. This fireplace is really heating me up. So then we had the Christmas Carol. I approached a bunch of kids, asked them to sing a song to me. That was fun. I got some joy out of it. And one of the bigger parts also is to actually go vlog in public. Going out there on the ice, I didn't know what to do. I just went out there, started to talk to the camera. And if you haven't been vlogging, you don't know how hard that is. That was so hard for me. The first episode, if you watch that, my first vlog here on this channel, I was sitting in the big park in the middle of it on a bench on my own, no people around me, and I was like looking around, silently speaking to the camera, because I felt the shame, like, man, I can't speak into a camera, that's just weird. But I did that, and I did it over and over again, and I've done it for almost 500 times now, and it's still freaking weird, but I can cope with it a whole lot better, and it's actually something I enjoy when I'm in the moment. I feel empowered. It's like, yeah, I don't care what people think. I don't care what people think. I'm just doing my thing, and I'm just being me. No, it's a statement every time I do it, but goddamn, is it weird. But hey, I got some Christmas songs out of those kids. It was fun. I also asked them to subscribe, because that is something we need to learn, how to express ourselves in the context of asking for help, asking people for what we want. Again, if I'm a people pleaser, as I've always been, it's hard for me to take things from people, like ask them to help me out. It's like, hey, I don't want to bother anyone. I'm just that's how I've lived my life. I don't want to get in people's way. They have their own thing. I mean, people are busy. That's how I always approach life. But you need to show yourself. You need to have a straight back and voice your. You need to be seen if you want to have an impact on life. And I want to have an impact on life. So that means I need to step into that role, and I need to own that freaking role. Sorry for cursing, but emotions create uncontrollable words in my mouth. Moving on. The last thing, the cute girl that happened yesterday, it was kind of the what do you say? The climax of the week. It was, I really think you should see that video. It was so hard, and yet the payoff was great. Just to set some context here, if you haven't seen the video. Again, 6 a.m. at the train station, I was walking behind this girl. She looked really cute, and I felt like my spontaneous me told myself, Alex, you should talk to her. And my rational, realistic me told myself, no, Alex, you shouldn't be. It's freaking 6 a.m. in the morning. No person in the world wants to be disturbed that early in the morning. You don't want to be disturbed in the morning. You just want to sit down on the train, listen to your music, and stay in your own bubble. And I was gonna approach her and start flirting with her. I mean, come on. But I pushed down those emotions, and I straightened my back. The heartbeat went up, and I just know I have to do this. Partially, I have to say that a whole lot of the extra push comes from knowing I have to put out a video, because I've said something, this integrity, matching your words and your behavior. And if I said I'm gonna do one thing that I believe in, pushing myself every day, then I'm goddamn gonna do it. And now we have this cute girl. I wanted to talk to her. It was bloody hard, but I just knew I had to do it, so I freaking did it. I sat down. I very, very carefully told her, I think you're very cute. May I sit down here? And I got a nice response, so I actually sat down and we had a conversation for almost 10 minutes before she had to leave the train. It was 6 a.m. in the morning. We created something there. She enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed the conversation. And it turned out she was only 17. That's like 12 years younger than me. So I quickly realized that, okay, this is not going to be that kind of conversation. I'm not going to be the flirty Alex. I just instead had a nice conversation with her, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. It was the top moment of this week, undoubtedly. 15 minutes of invested time, pushing through a freaking high anxiety wall before daring to do it, but it returned emotions, proudness, self-esteem building points to me that was worth every goddamn awful emotion within, because yeah, the payoff was freaking great, and it proved myself once again, this is what I should be doing. These moments, they are created when I am not in my comfort zone. It's just, that's the way it is. That's the way the cookie crumbled, as Jim Carrey once said. Boy, does this make me excited. And that's good. I like being excited. That's when you feel things. That's when life happens. And this Christmas calendar right now, this actually is one of my being out of my comfort zone challenges. The live stream, every time I'm about to do it, I kind of hate it before doing it. It's like, oh man, this is me in a place when I can't edit what I'm saying. I can't control what's gonna pop out of my mouth to some extent. It's just gonna be very vulnerable, especially right now, this stream, when I'm doing it like evening time, it's more available for people to watch. And I do it early in the morning Swedish time, because then I know that nobody's kind of gonna look at it. It's super convenient. I like that. But yeah, so this thing right now is my little social daily push, and I'm enjoying it. I hope you are as well. But that is actually kind of gonna be my closing point. Again, the main thing for not caring what people think of us is to have these values, beliefs, and goals clearly stated, or at least we can't clearly state them all because we don't know all these things, but we need to have these bigger compasses, bigger arrows that puts us in the direction we want to go. And we need to make sure that all the actions we take in life, they align with where we want to go. We can't make decisions that will take us in this direction if we want to go here. Then we're going against ourselves. We're not living our real authentic self, and that breaks us down and makes us be lost and just miserable. But if we actually start to align them all, and we take ourselves where we want to go, life just becomes a whole lot more easier, fun, and freaking awesome. speaking from my own experience and a whole lot from the people I've been listening to lately. So that's it. That's the week so far, but we have a whole lot more to go. It's not Christmas Eve until 16 days. Yeah. A lot of things will happen in 16 days. I'll tell you that. Well, so that is the Christmas stream. If you have any questions or whatever, just spit them out there. I've been talking plenty. I have. Oh, did I just hit the end of the road here? I have been thinking that I should be writing my postcards as well. I don't know if... I think I should just leave it open here. And if you have any questions, write them in the comments. And if not, I'm just gonna write some postcards. And that means you can leave if you don't want to join my Christmas coziness. I'm gonna put on some Christmas music actually, and then just have a bit of fun with my Christmas cards. Yeah, I can tell you a little bit about Swedish traditions. Oh, now we have Christopher live here. No, Christopher, he's asking me if I've asked the girl out yet. Wait. As I said in the stream earlier, I'm using my phone to stream, so it's hard to text her. Do you have a solution on that? Because I don't right now. I could use my second phone, but then I would be texting from a different number, and that's just weird. Is it? So, give me a solution then. If I take the camera down, the stream will end. Lame excuse. For you guys who don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Okay. So in the Tuesday episode of this Christmas calendar, I approached a girl in the middle of Drottninggatan. I told her she was cute, and I asked if she wanted to take a fika someday, and she, after some hesitation, agreed to that. And then she gave her my number. I texted her just after that because she was going to tennis practice. But I'm using that phone right here to do the stream on. I do have a second number. I do have her number. I did prepare that much. So I don't think I'm gonna call her. Do you? I'm gonna text her. What do you guys think? Should I call her or should I text her? And Christopher has no say in this. That's the guy Mandel commenting. Is my best friend. Call. Yeah, you just want the humiliation. I can't even remember my PIN code. Should I call her? Okay, now I'm nervous. Now I'm super nervous. Calling a girl, that's like, I haven't done that in ages. It's like when you were in middle school. The entertainment, where's the entertainment in texting? Well, it's a build-up. You can get a message and I can say what she's writing me, and then you can help me with what I should text her back. I think it's a great idea to text her. Maybe I can start with the text, and if it's boring, I just call her. That's even more awkward, isn't it? And you should say, Christopher, you've never called a girl. You always text them. Yeah, maybe you're right. Okay, this is the once in a life happening of calling a girl that I flirted with. No, it's not. Christopher here, my dear friend, he's in the chat and he's telling me to call her. I actually said that was what I was gonna do in the comments on the video when I actually got the phone number. This is hard. I'm trying to avoid this. I'm sweating right now. Do I have to? Okay, before I'm gonna call her, can you please tell me what approach I should have? What should I tell this girl? What should I tell her if I call her right now? Just like, hey, how are you doing? You wanna have a date on Sunday? Go grab a cup of coffee? Yay, yeah, but Christopher, tell me what I'm gonna write her. Oh, this hat is all of a suddenly becoming very, very hot. I want some more tea. Be casual and forward. Just ask her out. Okay. Let's call this girl Isabel. She was from Kiruna. She had a very nice accent. Say it was nice to meet her and that you want to ask her out. Okay, that's Christopher's recommendation for what I should say when I call her. I'm thinking be flirting, casual, and see if she has some time available Sunday to grab a cup of coffee. Okay. I'm gonna be speaking Swedish now because that would be really weird if I called her and started to speak English. Do I have to? I don't want to do this. Put her on speaker. Yeah, of course. I had actually forgot to do that, but I'm gonna do that. Okay. Isabel, here goes. 3, 2, 1, go. Who?
Abonnenten du försöker nå kan inte ta ditt samtal just nu, men du kan lämna ett meddelande efter.
Okay, she didn't answer. I was left with the opportunity of leaving a message. I didn't. Was that wrong? I once read a pickup book, kind of a pickup book. It said that always leave a message. Just never, don't leave a message. That was like, that's the only thing I remember this guy saying. And now I didn't do that. Should I call again and leave a message? Is that even weirder? I need suggestions here. Should I just wait? Or should I text her now? Or should I leave a message? I don't know what to do here, guys. Help me out. This is nerve-wracking. call again, leave a message. Okay. So no texting. I think text messaging, isn't that even better when they don't answer? Okay, so I wait 5 minutes and then I call again. And if she doesn't pick up, I'll leave a message. What should I say in the message? I don't know what book you're talking about. Or the one not... Okay, yeah. You're right. Okay, so in the voice message, what should I say there? Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. I wonder if I have any other... The same thing. A message has to be so much more direct. I can't actually ask her out on the message, can I? Isn't that just weird? I can't leave a message saying, hey, it's Alex, just wondering if you want to go out on a date Sunday. Don't I need to like build some rapport and actually talk some before asking her out again? Yeah, but if I leave a message, I can still... I don't know. I just don't think I should ask her out in the message. That's right, isn't it? Okay, 3 minutes and then I'm gonna call again. But as for right now, I'm not gonna leave a message. Oh, ask her out on the message. I'm just gonna call and leave a nice message. I can ask her to call me. Oh, no. If I leave a message, I'm just gonna say that I will be calling her again. I don't want to leave it in her hands to contact me, because then she might not do it, and then I have to do it again. I don't know, I'm lost here. Yeah, do that. Which part? Christopher says, yeah, do that. And I've said so much, so I don't remember what do that means.